Located deep in the mountains of California lies a valley that seems to have been carefully crafted. The valley is surrounded by an enormous 3,000-foot vertical granite rock face. A river flows through the center, and enormous trees cover the valley floor. This valley is none other than the Yosemite Valley, and this is the account of its formation. Yosemite Valley is a box-shaped valley located within the Sierra Nevada mountain range. It is among one of the most marvelous sights in the United States. It was discovered approximately 150 years ago. Ever since, the valley has been an awe-inducing sight, with gigantic granite walls rising high over the valley floor. In 1870, John Muir went hunting for the answer to how this amazing landscape came to be. John Muir was a sheep herder who trekked and hiked throughout Yosemite Valley and the surrounding landscape in attempts to find clues as to how it was formed. Muir deduced that the valley had been the work of an enormous glacier that had carved its way through the landscape, gouging out this valley. Yet this theory was not without opposition. California state geologist at the time, Josiah Whitney, did not accept this theory. In fact, he refuted and hypothesized that this valley was formed due to the separation of land masses, causing the area that is now the valley floor to fall in between the two receding masses of land. Approximately 250 million years ago, Yosemite was a coastal seashore. Samples of sandstone have been found in Yosemite even though it is 200 miles inland. If we fast forward to 100 million years ago, Yosemite would be a molten smoking wasteland of volcanoes and lava flows, and 2 miles below the erupting volcanoes there was a chamber of molten granite that over a period of several thousand years was cooled, opposed to the quick cooling volcanic rock on the surface. Yosemite granite is unique in the sense that it is extremely strong, much stronger than other granites found in other areas of the world. This explains how it is possible to hold the massive 3,000 feet rock faces, such as El Capitan. As the granite would cool, it would form cracks. All the while still 2 miles below the surface, these cracks would allow for more molten granite to be injected and slowly cool, welding together granite, creating enormous solid masses of rock. The time is 60 million years ago. The massive lump of granite has become exposed. The volcanic rock that had once covered the granite has been decimated due to river erosion. After seismic studies, scientists have discovered a large piece of the lower crust was missing from underneath the Sierra Nevada. 7 million years ago, this piece detached and caused the mountain range to be uplifted. This was with such tremendous force that this caused a lump of granite known as Yosemite Valley to be cracked along its length. Now that the granite had been weakened and exposed to the elements, it was simply a matter of time until the Merced River took its toll. Over time, the river carved a 3,000 feet deep V-shaped valley. 2.5 million years ago, a sudden climate change took place, creating extreme low temperatures and filling the V-shaped valley with a river of ice, freezing everything in the Sierra Nevada. John Muir found a small area in Yosemite that showed evidence of glacial scratch marks. However, as in traditional fashion, there was no scratch marks found on the valley walls. This was due to the undercutting of the valley walls, leading to landslides and the collapse of rock faces. Although it would seem that Muir had found solid proof of glaciers being the cause of the formation of Yosemite, Josiah Whitney pounced on the fact that the traditional glacier would leave a U-shaped valley after it recedes, as opposed to the box-shaped valley of Yosemite. However, at the base of El Capitan, scientists have found a mound that stretches from either side of the valley. It is a collection of sediments from all over the valley. This mound is the remnant of a glacial moraine. Glacial moraines form rocks and debris to the forefront of a glacier. Subsequently, this moraine created a dam as the glacier melted, creating a lake that soon filled with rocks and sediments from pouring streams all over the valley, and eventually created a flat-bottomed valley due to the enormous amounts of sediments that would continue to flow into the valley, eventually choking the lake. Muir had the ultimate proof that his theory was correct. The U-shaped valley was concrete evidence that Yosemite Valley's granite mass had been chiseled away by an enormous iceberg.